Well. Hello, welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today is a very pleasant Sunday Stuff and Things. And on this very pleasant Sunday Stuff and Things, we have way too many things and stuff to talk about, including upcoming videos, things that you can look forward to on Stuff and Things and Stuff and Things Plays. My notes are so screwed up here right now, but we're gonna have a lot of feedback about what I mentioned about Stuff and Things Plays last week, about how I've been thinking that I might need to end that channel. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about a video that you need to watch this Wednesday. It is super important and it's big news, so you definitely need to go watch that video Wednesday. We'll be getting more into that a little bit. I've got a new piece of equipment that I think is going to allow me to do a lot of really cool things that hopefully you will enjoy. And then of course, we will have your questions, comments, and feedback in hashtag askstuffandthings. Hopefully I remembered to bring those. We'll see. Okay, good, I did. And you'll understand if I'm a little scatterbrained today because I have been doing a lot of editing and a lot of work on a new endeavor, and that's the thing that you're going to be hearing about on Wednesday. So please check that video out. Stay tuned for that. But first, upcoming videos. What can you look forward to on Stuff and Things and Stuff and Things Plays? Well, this Wednesday, as I mentioned, is going to be the announcement video where I tell you about a new endeavor, something that I have been pouring some time into and some effort into, and it would really mean a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you would check that video out. I explain everything about the new thing in that Wednesday video, and I would love for you to watch it and leave me comments, leave me feedback, all that good stuff. After that, the next Wednesday, we will have the full review of Captain Black Cherry. Yes, I have completed the review process for Captain Black Cherry. And it went okay. You'll have to stay tuned for the full review to see what my final verdict is, but I have now been able to put this blend behind me for the time being. So check that out. We also have the Elden Ring finale. Basically, the very last boss was defeated, I think on the Saturday episode, the episode that you would have seen right before this Sunday Stuff and Things. There's one more kind of wrap-up episode, then we're jumping just fully into Tears of the Kingdom and also Minecraft. I have a short Minecraft series on Stuff and Things Plays as well. So a lot of good stuff going on there. I think a lot of people were worried that I was just gonna end that channel right away. I was just musing about what I need to do, whether I should end it, even if I stopped posting content on that, and I'm not gonna stop in the middle of a series. We're into Zelda right now, so don't worry. Don't stop watching because you think I'm not gonna finish that series. But we'll reassess towards the end of Zelda. But things are still going, and even if I were to end that channel, I wouldn't take the channel down. All the old stuff that's on the channel would still be there. So don't worry, don't worry. Lots of good stuff coming up. So let's talk about Stuff and Things Plays first. We're gonna be getting into some of your actual responses when we get into hashtag askstuffandthings, but I was maybe a little surprised by how many of you expressed concern that I might be closing down Stuff and Things Plays. And I guess surprising just because not very many people watch the content on that channel. I know that those of you who do, many of you are very, very loyal to that channel and you watch most of what I put out on that channel, you comment. That's another thing too I wanted to mention is it's really hard to keep up with comments on Stuff and Things, and so I don't often get the chance to respond to comments on Stuff and Things Plays, but please know that I do still read all of those comments. But anyway, many of you were very concerned about the idea that I might end Stuff and Things Plays, and some of you were thinking, as I mentioned in the intro, that I was going to just axe the channel right away and that all of that content would be gone forever. And I just want to reassure you that I have no plans to immediately end the channel. I'm still contemplating what I can do, if there is any way for me to actually just drum up more interest, more views, and make it more economically viable for me to do the channel, then I would continue it. I'm not going to end it in the middle of the series. Stuff and Things plays will continue at least throughout or at least until I finish Tears of the Kingdom. So don't worry about that. And that content will still be on Stuff and Things Plays for you to view. All the old series, all the old games that I have played. I would hate to end it too. I have put so much work and so much time into it. And I was really trying to build it into something that would actually maybe even make a little bit of money. That hasn't happened yet, and obviously because I was talking about ending the channel, it seems as though maybe I've given up hope that that ever will happen, but you know, you never know. A miracle may happen. By the time that Tears of the Kingdom ends, maybe viewership will have picked up enough, maybe something will have changed. I don't know, but just for now, don't worry, that content is still coming out. It's still going to be coming out as often as usual, actually more often because I'm doing 4 videos a week on Stuff and Things Plays right now. Yeah, just don't worry. I haven't made a final decision yet, and there's still lots of content to come on Stuff and Things Plays. But thank you for your expressions of support for that channel. Next, I have got a new piece of equipment. And this has a lot to do with what I'm going to be talking about on Wednesday, so I don't want to get too deeply into it. But it's something that is going to open up some cool new possibilities for content on this channel too. And it is a tiny little, if I can open this up, one of these. It's a little GoPro. This is a GoPro HERO11, a tiny little 4K action camera. And I've been contemplating getting one of these for a very long time. I want to try to invest more than I already have into this channel and into making content, and I thought this would be a really good thing to purchase. It'll open up all sorts of new possibilities for just being able to film things where I can't really carry a big full frame, nice fancy camera with me. This is something that I can mount on myself as well. I can mount on various other things. It just makes it more possible to film things that I wouldn't think that I could normally film. And so you will be seeing content from this camera on this channel in the future. And I'm pretty excited about this. I had but I had sort of held off on buying a GoPro for a long time because I just wasn't quite sure that they were there yet. But this thing is pretty damn nice as far as the footage you can get out of it now. They now have 10-bit color. It looks really good. There's a flat color profile so I can color grade it myself. The footage is pretty nice, and the only thing I don't love about it is the battery life isn't amazing, but I have a few backup batteries, and I really think this is going to be a fun thing to use, and it's going to add a lot to just the production level of the stuff that you see on Stuff and Things. This will also play a major role in the announcement that I make on Wednesday, so please stay tuned for that. I also got some goodies along with this. I've got a chest rig. Let me just show you my little bag of goodies here. There's a chest rig in here. There's a head rig, so I can mount it to my forehead or to my chest. I have got this thing, which is for it. The GoPro is already waterproof up to, I can't remember, 30 meters or 33 meters, but this will make it waterproof as far down as a human could dive. This is also good for just protecting it against debris, mud, dirt, whatever. So I've got one of these. I've got various mounts and clips and things that you can use. It's just a really cool, robust system, really, for filming on the go. And I can have all of this stuff in a little case like this. I mean, you should see my camera bag for my Canon camera, the camera that I'm using to film this video right now. This is like an entire kit, and I can film things with the GoPro, and it's just gonna be, I don't know, it's gonna be exciting, it's fun. I'm really looking forward to doing some more interesting kinds of footage for you and showing it to you on Stuff and Things. So there you go. I thought you might be interested to know that we now have a GoPro. But gang, now we need to get to your feedback because I had so many comments over the last week and we really need to start getting through them. Remember, if you would like to get in touch with me, if you have a question and you would like it answered on Stuff and Things, you can tweet at SATBradley with the hashtag askstuffandthings. You can also write to me via Patreon and go to the front of the line. You can leave super thanks on my YouTube videos and go to the front of the line, or you can leave comments on my YouTube videos. And many, many of you did over the last week. It took so long to get through all of them. I still read every single one. I try to answer as many as I possibly can. And my God, this week you guys were busy. So let's get into this right now. Via YouTube, we have a question from M. Curcio. And M. Curcio says, question for the next episode. Bradley, you're a longtime fixture in our piping community. How come you don't regularly attend some of the regional pipe shows? You'd assuredly be one of the most known, recognized guests, and many people, I'm sure, would love to meet you over a bowl. It's a good question. I don't know. I might do it. I'm not a trade show kind of person. I'm not typically a meetup kind of person. I am very, very busy all the time. I don't know if I can impress to you, and maybe you're sick of hearing about it by now, but my schedule is so packed. It is very difficult to find any extra time to do anything, really. Part of me enjoys having this very regimented way of life where every moment of my day is taken up with something that I feel I have to do. But it also means that there's a little bit of stress, and also that it's difficult for me to get away. It's hard to get away from work. It's hard to get away from the responsibilities that I have to Stuff and Things, to my YouTube channels. But yeah, that's something I would consider in the future. I'll think about it. Thanks for the question. Now we have some feedback from last week's Sunday Stuff and Things. First, we want to honor those who left super thanks. Thank you so much to Scott M, who left a super thanks. Scott M says, I find all things cherry terrible, Blood Red Moon included. That's Cult Blood Red Moon. A lot of people mentioned that as a aromatic blend that I should try. It's just overwhelming to the senses. Thanks for taking one for the team with the Captain Black Cherry. Thank you, Scott M. And then Uranium Rock with a very generous super thanks. Thank you so much. They say, I think the breadth of content is great. I got into this channel through pipe essing, but got into stationery and calligraphy through this channel. I love the classic men's fashion and the knife and gun content too. The guitar and video game stuff isn't for me, but I think it draws different people into the community. As a Northeasterner, it's interesting watching a video made by someone from the Pacific Northwest. The media presents the region as basically being a cesspool of heroin addicts and obsessed anarchists. I live in Newark, New Jersey, and most people think where I live is a cross between a toxic waste dump, Tony Soprano, and Mad Max. It's nice to be able to communicate with people around the country and see through the media distortion. Yes, it is. And I think this gets impressed upon me over and over. It's something that I know intellectually, but sometimes you have to experience it. I've gone to Oklahoma, I've gone to Texas, I've gone to several places throughout the last few years just in the country, and people are nice. People are generally nice. People are generally welcoming and good people. So the media is there to freak you out, to stir you up, to make you angry, to make you scared, because they want you to watch them. And they often, I understand that it doesn't make sense, or it doesn't make too much sense to them to have a story about, look at this good person doing a good thing. That's just not something that is really going to get that much traction. So media, very skewed idea of what this country is like. Next, from David Minderman. Congrats, Bradley. I've been watching since 2017-ish, I think. So we were talking about the 9-year anniversary of Stuff and Things, and just talking about my plans for the channels, my hopes, my dreams, all that good stuff. And David says, I think I first saw your video on how to improve handwriting, and I had some wonderful interactions, tea suggestions in your comment section. I, for my part, enjoy the style of your content very much, with the Timeless Style series being a recent favorite of mine. You are, for me, a safe haven from all the colorful social media craziness. That's what I mean by I enjoy your style. Your attitude towards things, your thorough way of reviewing, and as dumb as it sounds, the courage to care about things, be it a boss in Elden Ring, your handwriting, learning to play guitar better, or anything else, are inspirational. So thank you, Bradley, for what you do and how you do it. You have helped me to appreciate the stuff and things I have in my life. David, thank you very much. That is a very kind and very thoughtful comment, and it means a lot. I probably shouldn't be reading out so many complimentary things, but a lot of people were just commenting on the channels and how they felt about them. So thank you, David. Next, from Pentarax, congratulations for 9 years. I appreciate you taking one for the team and essing CB Cherry for a whole week. 2 weeks. You're a better man than I am. I couldn't do it. Stay tuned for the full review. Not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. Next, from Peter's Pipes, I would be sad to see Stuff and Things plays go. In particular, any FromSoft game I don't have the patience to play myself. But honestly, if you would enjoy playing games more without recording them, then perhaps you should. And that was one thing that really struck me. We'll get into more of this feedback too, but so many people mentioned with Stuff and Things plays that they would be sad to see it go, but they would understand if I did. Nobody was a jerk, and I should expect that by now, and I pretty much do, that almost all of you who watch the content that I put out are really nice people. And so many people, I got an amazing message from Jason Buckner, who is one of our Patreon supporters and was just an amazing person, purchased the PS5 that I play a lot of the Stuff and Things Plays games on. And he was talking about how stricken he was initially to hear that maybe Stuff and Things Plays was going to end, but how he thought about it some more and he really understood and he just wanted to encourage me to do what I needed to do. And just, you guys are all so amazing. So thank you so much for being amazing people and for being understanding. From Rubber Ring, is this the next one? Yes, Rubber Ring says, congratulations on the 9 years. I don't know why I said congratulations like that. Personally, I would be sad if the Plays channel was eliminated. I enjoy it a lot. I do understand all the work that goes into making these videos, and it's a shame the view count is a bit disappointing. But to any viewer that hasn't given it a try yet, the Red Dead Redemption 2 playlist is a good place to start, in my opinion. A beautiful game with a great storyline that is not your typical high-paced shoot-'em-up game? High-paced shoot-'em-up game. I'm sure you'll have a great time and a few good laughs. Thank you, Rubber Ring. And I definitely notice you watching, and I notice your comments, so thank you. Andrew Vidal says, 9 years already. Congratulations. I've been around almost from the beginning, and I can say yours is my favorite channel, bar none. Thank you, Andrew. It's because of your channel I got the courage to jump into the pipe hobby. It's something I always wanted to do, and seeing you, we're in the same age range, let me know I wasn't just some eccentric goofball. I may be an eccentric goofball, so I don't know if you should use me as an example, but I know what you mean. Personally, I'd be very sad to see SaTP go away, as I look forward to those just as much as the primary channel, especially the adventures of Kevin the Kurt. I don't game personally, but I find the content amusing and at times downright hysterical. Congratulations again, Bradley, and I hope you reach way beyond 50,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, Andrew. And yes, that is another call that we have out to reach 50,000 subscribers on this main Stuff and Things channel. I think we're over 47,000. So if you're watching this content and you're not subscribed, you should do it. Next, we have some feedback from First Impressions Captain Black Cherry. Tom Sawyer, interesting, says, here in South Africa, cherry tea is hugely popular. In my opinion, cherry should be in a chocolate gateau or even a cocktail, but never in tea. Might agree with you there, Tom. Next, from Bull Moose Piper. This was like watching a deer wandering in the median of the interstate. You just know going into it that nothing good is going to happen. Then the deer crosses into oncoming traffic and gets absolutely destroyed by a semi traveling at a high rate of speed. That was what this first impression was like. You're a good man, Bradley, taking one for the team like this. Cheers. Thank you, Bolt Moose Piper. PBR Street Gang says, if you had used one of your Dunhills for this review, I would have had a heart attack. I know you better than that, though. And yes, I did use this Peterson. We'll see what happens. I'm going to try to clean it out. We'll see how that goes. Maybe that could be a video. And finally, from Ashes of the Phoenix, hey Bradley dude, you should try the McFadin 7 Seas blends. They are a premium copycat version of the Captain Black blends, but way, way, way better. Yes, most of them are aromatics, but they're delicious. One of my favorite blends ever is 7 Seas Black. Tastes like roasted marshmallows. Even though now I'm more of an English Balkan blend guy, when I crave an aromatic, I go to McFadin 7 Seas. Thank you for that suggestion. I would like to delve into more aromatics. I would like to see if maybe there is one that I could really enjoy. So that's a good bit of advice from you, Ashes of the Phoenix. Thank you very much. It's been a very long, very full week for me, doing many things, lots of irons in the fire. Please check out what I've been working on when I show you the video on Wednesday, and I hope that it's something you're interested in, and I really hope that you will support this new endeavor that I'm going to be striking out on, and I will tell you all about that on Wednesday, so please stay tuned for that. Also stay tuned for the full review of Captain Black Cherry. Stay tuned for more content that is coming up on Stuff and Things Plays. It's not ending yet. We've got, I think, the very last episode of Elden Ring. Then we've got more Tears of the Kingdom, and we're going to be starting a short Minecraft series as well. So tons of good things coming up on both the channels. But until next time, until we meet again, I've been your good friend, blah, blah. I've been your good friend, Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things on a very pleasant Sunday. Stuff and Things. I'm running out of batteries here, gang. Until next time, until we meet again, I've been your good friend Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things on a very pleasant Sunday. Stuff and Things. I can get through this. I'll see you later. I need to rest.